Now today I've got another pair of TNs, and I know I do review a lot of TNs on the channel. I'm not trying to make this channel like Air Max only. I do really like Dunks and Jordans as well. There just hasn't really been much released over the last couple of weeks that I like the look of. But if you do like my Dunk and Jordan videos, there are going to be a few videos coming out over the next couple of weeks because there's a few pairs that I'm really excited for. But that being said, today we have got the Nike TN Air Max Plus Shark Attack. I mean, this one here just looks so clean. There's so much going on with this pair. We're going to get straight into this one though and check them out. Now I'm going to be honest with you, this is an unpopular opinion. Some of you might not agree with me, but I was a little bit skeptical getting this pair in because I'm not the biggest fan of the Napolis and I'm not the biggest fan of the light photographies. I know they're a little bit different, but I do just prefer the gradient mesh. I also prefer like a flat color, like a flat base color. It's just my opinion, it's just my preference. But then as soon as I open the lid for the Shark Attacks, this pair is just so clean. Just looks so nice. The red details on this one. Obviously you've got this red outer sole as well, red swoosh, red hex logo, red air units. Look, everything about this pair is just so clean. You've even got like little red lace tips, which I'm going to show you later in the video. Trust me, this pair is a must cop. Now something I've learned since doing these TN videos, you in Australia and you in France, you absolutely love TNs, just like we do in the UK. Now if you're from France, you guys actually have like a nickname that some of you call TNs. Now you call it, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, but you call it, that translates to the shark, basically. Now you say that because it's an aggressive looking shoe. It's got that sort of gill-like exoskeleton. So it is kind of class that Nike's brought out a Shark Attack pair of TNs that kind of sort of pays a bit of homage there to French culture. I'm thinking that's a really nice touch from Nike. Now if you are from France though, let me know in the comments because I'm always interested in engaging with you guys all over the world. So let me know. And if you're going to pick this one up, let me know in the comments as well. Now let's get into the details that I know you want to know. Let's talk quality control. The quality control on this pair of Shark Attacks is spot on. Now I'm going to be honest with you, I can't vouch for every single pair of Shark Attacks. I can only vouch for the pair that I've got in hand. But this pair, no glue marks, no loose threading. Nike have genuinely smashed this pair. Now, the last 2 or 3 TN reviews that I've done, there hasn't been any glue marks whatsoever. So maybe Nike are listening to feedback. Maybe a few of you have obviously exchanged pairs. Maybe you've had a few refunds on a few pairs. If that's like a wide issue, maybe Nike are listening. Maybe the quality control has obviously improved. Fingers crossed, you shouldn't be getting glue marks on this price point. £185 for a pair of shoes. You shouldn't be getting any glue marks, any like major quality control issues. So maybe Nike are listening. Fingers crossed. And that leads us on to price point and where you can pick up the Nike TN Air Max Plus Shark Attack. So you can pick these up on the Nike website and also Foot Locker. They retail for £185 in the UK as it is a premium pair of TNs. Now that's £10 extra than a regular pair of TNs, but you do get a few additional features on the Shark Attack that maybe do justify that £10 increase. I'm going to show you those later in the video though. Now £185 is a lot for a pair of shoes. I do feel with the TN, you're getting your money's worth. It's got really premium materials. It is a solid shoe, so it's a perfect all year rounder. but these are perfect for the winter as well. You're getting your money's worth. You know, these are built to last. If you're looking for a pair of shoes that is going to last you all year round, the TN won't let you down. I'm just hoping and praying that Nike never break that £200 price point. I don't want to see TNs going for £200. Now let's talk sizing. I always go a half size up. I do find it is just a little bit snug there around the toe area. As you can see, it does just narrow slightly. Now remember, we all have different feet shape, we have different foot sizes, we have different preferences. I'm 6'3". I've got fairly wide feet, so I do find it's just a little bit snug there around the toe area unless I go a half size up. I've always gone a half size up and I've never been disappointed. But I know some of you will say that you don't like that overhang there if you go a half size up. I completely get that. If you want an aesthetic look and you're going to trade that for comfort, that's up to you. I will always go for a shoe that's more comfortable than something that looks more aesthetic on my foot. I don't really care how it looks on my foot. I wear my shoes for me, but it's up to you at the end of the day. I'm saying if you've got quite a tall build, you know, you've got quite wide feet, go a half size up and then you won't be disappointed. And let's get straight into the review. It is a standard red Nike box. Let's just pop back that lid, and then buried underneath the wrapping, you've got the Nike TN Air Max Plus Shark Attack. And what a clean pair this is. You've also got this little shark tooth keyring, maybe dog tag. We'll have a look at that in a second. Now it is a nice touch from Nike. It's got a little bit of weight to it. I can see myself maybe using this as like a keyring, maybe something to like open letters with. And on the other side, you've got the engraved TN logo. So fresh out the box, I mean, this one here is such a mean looking pair of shoes, so aggressive looking. I'm just loving this colorway. We'll start with that outer sole. The outer sole itself is actually like a transparent red. Does look kind of clean. It does complement the black. You've also got the classic TN logo there in the middle. Now the whale tail doesn't actually have a gradient on this one. I think it would look kind of nice to have like a red to black gradient. The black's kind of nice as well. You've also got an all black midsole, and then check out those air units complementing the rest of the shoe. The air units are red on the outer of the shoe, and on the inner of the shoe, keeping things traditional, you've got the yellow and red exposed air units. And here's a close-up of those red air units complementing the rest of the shoe. I'm also loving how the outer sole is actually visible from the side. You can sort of see that red underneath. Really does look clean, this one. And I'm loving how that red also matches the swoosh as well. We'll get to that swoosh in a second. Now just above the whale tail and just above the midsole, you've actually got this sort of matte leather. And it is actually a really nice leather on this one. Very premium feel to it. Now those overlays work their way to the back of the shoe, where you do have another classic TN logo. I'm really liking the back of the shoe on this one. It looks so clean, especially with that ocean mesh. Especially with those visible air units. I'm going to show you that mesh properly in a second, but just look how clean the back of this one's looking. And then moving on to the matte black exoskeleton, which matches those matte black overlays. Does have a nice premium feel to this one, a nice premium look. Here's a bit of a bird's eye view for you guys. And then moving on to the toe guard, just protects your toes, stops this mesh getting creased as well, just adds a little bit of extra stability. So now I've covered the exoskeleton and the toe guard, let's talk about the swoosh. Such a mean looking swoosh on this pair. You've got a black swoosh with that red outlining, matching the other red details of the shoe. I've got to say, this one here is just so clean. It really is a clean pair of TNs. Now one of my favourite features about the Shark Attacks is those laces. Look at the lace tips. So it's almost like they've been dipped in blood, hence the name Shark Attack. As you can see, the gradient there is from black to red. I do wish that whale tail, that shank, was the same. Just my opinion, it doesn't ruin the shoe. This one does look really, really clean, trust me. But there's little simple features like this do justify that £10 price increase. And it's time to cover the star of the show. That chain mesh, that ocean wave styled mesh, just looks so, so clean. You know, I was a little bit doubtful of this pair, a little bit skeptical. I didn't know if I was going to like them or not. But just look at that mesh. Such a unique pair. These compared to like the Napolis, I mean, these are just so much nicer. It's just my opinion. But I love this pair. I mean, look at that mesh. Look at the details. Just looks so clean. So unique. Man, I love this pair. That's another sort of bird's eye view. That's what they look like on your foot. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So you got that traditional cage style lacing system, black laces on this one, complementing the rest of the shoe. And then the final detail in red is that hex logo. So nice, this one. Obviously red and blue do go together really well. Red and black go together really well, but you combine the three and you have got the Shark Attacks. And what a pair this is. Honestly, you have to pick this one up. The inner sole is in black. Now we're ditching the traditional TN logo, and we've actually got this sort of shark bite in this black and red color. It's also got the Nike logo there. Hopefully my camera's picking it up. Should be able to see it a little bit better there. Now here's another small detail, it's just the eyelets. As you can see, color coordination on point, matching the rest of the shoe. Trust me, if you're a fan of TNs, this one here, it is a must cop. Go and get this pair right now. If you're liking this one, don't even think twice. Go and pick this one up. Now the ankle padding and the lining is in black. It's padded enough. You know, we have seen very thick padding on pairs of TNs in the past, especially on those black Racer Blues that I reviewed a couple of weeks back. But these, I'd give these like an 8 out of 10. Very comfortable shoe though, something that you can definitely wear 8 hours for work, those long drives as well. And then like we always do, we'll finish off with a last minute 360 of the shoe. Just so I make sure I've covered absolutely everything about this pair. I do think a gradient whale tail would have worked really well for this one, but maybe it would have been a bit overkill as well. You know, maybe a bit of overkill on red. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as well. And that's pretty much all there is to cover in this one. Now this pair here, it's a must cop. It is a must cop. They are on StockX at the minute for about £150. You know, so if you're not fussed waiting the 2-week delivery time from the UK, you can actually pick this one up under retail. But I'm saying this pair here, the details just so clean. It's a really nice pair of TNs. Another really nice pair of TNs. I'm sorry this one's maybe a little bit rushed. In the UK, there's loads of fireworks at the minute. So every 3 seconds I have to sort of like stop recording because you can hear fireworks in the background, dogs barking. But yeah, that pretty much covers this one. I should have a video out mid-week, so stay tuned for that. I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, cheers.